hello guys, welcome to a new fresh episode of Crypto Milad. Today it's 3 April and the day after Trump had an announcement in the US. The Liberation Day ended in Liquidation Day, guys. There was around 500 to 800 million Bitcoin crypto money liquidated yesterday, so it was a hard day, guys. It was unfortunately hard day. Let's go to the Bitcoin price. We're gonna take a fresh look at the market. We're gonna give a update about the crypto market and the Bitcoin market to see where we are at this moment, because I know there is some doubt and uncertain moment in the market at this moment, guys. So let's see how this is gonna play out with, of course, a fresh cup of coffee, guys. So, guys, today the news was definitely a lot of Trump news, because yesterday, like you guys know, Trump had some announcements and it started good. When he started his speech, people were quite positive and everybody thought we're gonna pump, we're gonna break finally the 90K price. Just unfortunately, guys, unfortunately, the news turned around and we had a big dip from 89K towards 82K, guys. And that's a quite big dip for Bitcoin, guys. So let's go to the Bitcoin price, because I think that's now the most important to discuss with you guys. Because the Bitcoin price, let's start with the weekly chart where we always start our analyze of Bitcoin, guys. The Bitcoin at this moment, it's at 82,900. And to be very honest, guys, yesterday when we reached around the 90K, I was quite cautious. I didn't expect that we're gonna break out. Of course, there is always a probability that you're gonna break out in the Bitcoin chart. There is always a probability. Just TA way looking the chart without all the rumors, without all the noise, what was yesterday a lot inside the market. To put that all to the left, my conclusion was that it will be very, very, very hard to break the 90K yesterday. And of course, guys, I have a lot of love for crypto and for Bitcoin. I want always that Bitcoin gonna go up. Let that be very clear, guys. Just sometimes you see the charts and you take a zoom out and you take a deep breath and you realize that we just have, since the top of January, that we just had lower lows and lower highs in the weekly chart. And of course, this looked like some kind of, if you watch it like this, it looks like some kind of bottom at 76K. If this ended green and we ended above 90K, the chart, in my sense of view, a chart, it will look very different. Because then, for example, if we could close this week above 90K, and then the week after, we are in the second week of April, and we can continue that, then we have actually just 1 or 2 points that we need to break. One of the points that we really need to break, in my sense of viewing the charts, guys, it's 95, 96K. A close above 95, 96K, it confirms me that we're gonna go to the around the 100K. And this line, what you see, guys, this is not for the weekly. This is not for the weekly chart, because I never draw a line what's in the wick. I always draw a trend line. Always it need to touch the body, because the wicks for me, it's just extreme. I don't go for the extreme, guys. I always go for the body, because that's the most probability for me that you draw a good trend line. So in the weekly charts, what we need to do this week, and we have 3 days and 12 hours to go, guys. We have 3 days and 12 hours to left before we close this candle. If we close this candle like this, to be honest and very realistic, guys, it looks a bit nasty. It looks like that we're gonna retest again the bottom, and I don't believe who watch this channel now for longer period, I don't believe in double bottoms. I don't believe in double tops. And of course, it doesn't mean that double tops and double bottoms doesn't exist. I'm just saying the chance of probability in any chart that a double bottom or a double top will be broken, and the chance of probability is just higher that it will be broken. So that's why in my way of trading, I will never bet on a double bottom that it goes up. I will always bet that it will break or just watch from the sidelines. So the weekly charts at this moment, we need to break at least this week above 88, or let's say 90K. Let's say 90K. We need to break above 90K to give some hope, a little bit hopium, what we need at this moment of time, guys, in the crypto market. So let's see how this week gonna end, how this candle gonna end. That's quite important for me. The CMF, the cash money flow, is going lower. The RSI, it's going lower. The MACD, it's going lower. So let's see, guys, how this is gonna play out. The only thing is that we are still above the 50 EMA. We are still above the 100 and the 200 EMA. So I hope that we can hold it. If we cannot hold it, if we are not able to hold the last bottom at around 76K, it means that we're gonna dip lower around 70K. And then the question is, guys, how fast we gonna go up? How fast, how much time you have to buy that bottom? If it takes too long time, if the power of the bulls at that moment it's too low and we cannot make a fast wick up, and it takes longer and longer and we stay longer and longer around the 70K and we don't make a fast push up, that will confirm for me that maybe we're gonna see even lower prices, and maybe we need to wait a little bit longer for some pump, for some change in the sentiment. Maybe we are not ready at this moment of time. What I don't hope that that's the case. Just I'm telling the scenarios, guys, because I think it's important to know. So let's go to the 4-day charts. In the 4-day charts, nothing changed, guys. Lower lows and lower highs. The only thing what we have left, it's not breaking 76K. If we break 76K, or even if we break 80K, 81.5K, around that price, if we break that, then the chance of probability, it's quite high that we're gonna go lower. The MACD, it looks like some kind of recovery, but it's not confirmed yet. It can just change, and this can change in a red candle here, and we go more down. The RSI and the CMF, it doesn't look good, guys. It's already under the zero line, and if it's under the zero line, a CMF, there just doesn't come enough money inside the market. The cash money flow is very weak at this moment, guys. Let's go to the daily chart. We're gonna zoom it a little bit out, the daily chart, guys, to see what the daily chart shows us. So what the daily chart showed me, that the moment that we broke under this bearish channel, the moment that we had a closed candle here, I expected that we will go more down. Normally, when you break a trend line, a support line like this, you will have a one fake dead cat bounce until the bottom of the same trend line, the support line. That happens a lot, guys. If you are a trader, you know what I'm talking about. It happens a lot. I was actually waiting for this dead cat bounce. And yesterday, around 90K, that we almost reached 90K at this point, I was very, very, very cautious. I give it a more probability that it will be rejected than then we're gonna go more up, and we closed above it. So this was expected, guys. This was very expected for the traders that are longer inside the market, that are a couple cycles inside the market, that know that this could be a big probability that at this point we got rejected. And guys, we got rejected, and we went down, and we went massive down. We went literally from this point, from let's say 88,700, we went 7% down, guys. And that's a lot for Bitcoin. That's a lot for Bitcoin. We had here a little bounce today, but it looks already that the bounce was too weak and we could not defend it. And we have already another wick forming, a longer wick at the upside and a little body. Normally that results to more downside movements. How this chart looks for me, very realistically guys, lower lows and lower highs. The only thing what we need to have to confirm a low again, it's breaking this point, what we have here. And we are not far from it, guys. We are really not far from it. And I'm gonna show you in the 4-hour charts. Let's see the oscillators in the daily. Also doesn't look good, guys. The MACD, the RSI, and the cash money flow, it doesn't look good. Sorry, guys, I cannot make it different. I cannot make it more positive than it is. Maybe sometimes you need to hope for a miracle. And that can always happen in Bitcoin, that you suddenly, when the people don't have hope anymore, you see suddenly a crazy 10K candle. That's what we really need now to change the structure. But I cannot hope in the trading. It's not about hoping. It's about the chance of probability. And that shows me that we can have just lower lows again. What I want to show here in the 4-hour chart, guys, that if we break today 82,500, then we have one thing left. And this is this point in the chart, 81,600. Guys, a 4-hour chart, a body close under 81,600. That means for me that we're gonna go break down. And at that moment, we can have a massive breakdown. We can really have a massive breakdown. And the best scenario in that case for me, it's the low 70s. Let's hope at that point that we can defend the low 70s and there comes some buy pressure in the low 70s and we pump it up. For the meme coins and for the altcoins, guys, if this happens, be very, very, very careful, guys. Because if Bitcoin gonna break this kind of points, the altcoins gonna go massively down. At this moment with the Bitcoin dominance, we are quite strong. So it means the favor is at the Bitcoin side. Guys, normally a top of the Bitcoin dominance, it's around 71, 72% in the past cycles. That was the moment that Bitcoin turned around, that had peaked at the top, and we went, the money flowed inside the meme coin and the altcoins to pump the meme coins and the altcoins. At this moment of time, it looks very, very nasty for the altcoins and meme coins. I understand that there are always a couple projects that can outperform, but in generally, the total meme coin and altcoin market, it doesn't look that good versus Bitcoin dominance. It's literally show me here, guys, that from this point, from 26 March, for example, we only went up with Bitcoin and the meme coins and the altcoins bleeded. Let's go to the daily actually, and I'm gonna show it even a little bit better. This shows me, guys, that from February and January, literally, we had a massive money flowing from altcoins and meme coins to Bitcoin. And this is going on for a long time, guys. If I go to the weekly, I can even tell it more clearly. This was the point at 2 December, begin December, that the meme coins and the altcoins were a little bit end at the cycle of the little cycle of the altcoins and meme coins. That this point, from this point, guys, we went from 54% to 62%, and it looks so strong at this moment, guys, the Bitcoin dominance. I don't like this. I don't like this at all if you are in meme coins and altcoins. But if I see this chart, guys, in the weekly, it shows that Bitcoin is massively dominating the altcoins and meme coins. And this looks very bad for the altcoins and meme coins at this moment of time. But it doesn't mean that your good projects, if you are in good projects, for example, in the top 1,000 projects or top 100 or top 50, it doesn't mean that you can not DCA and buy at this moment for a cheap back. Just, I will tell you one thing. Expect when you buy at these prices that it's for a long term, because you can get even lower prices. The chance of probability is quite high that we get even lower prices for altcoins and meme coins. So that's why I say it's not a bad moment to DCA. Just don't, don't recommend to go all in. And of course, this is not financial advice. Everything is on your own decisions in the crypto, guys. Everything is on your own decision. Just I want to say, be careful, guys. If you are in, and more when you are in the altcoins and meme coins with lower market cap. With lower market cap, I mean under the let's say 50 million. That's what I tell about lower market caps. Like if you are at around 10 million, it's okay. It's a risky, but it can be good projects. But be very, very careful with projects under the 5 million, guys. They are in they are very, very dangerous. You can win a lot, but you can also lose a lot. So be very careful in that, guys. So I think, guys, I think for today it's enough. I wanted to announce this. I don't gonna today check some meme coins because I think the most meme coins are at this moment bleeding a little bit, and there is not so much to tell. There is not so much changed. So, guys, everybody, what is in the crypto, I understand very, very, very well that it's a moment, uncomfortable moment. I understand that very well, guys. I understand so good that it's a moment that you should be very, very careful with your bags. Just it also needs a little bit of courage to buy at this moment some bags, because these are the moments that you buy some bags, and maybe in a time frame of 3 months, 6 months, this bag will be 10x if you are in the right project. Because let that be clear, if you are in the right project, that doesn't mean that any project what you buy now it will be a 10x or 5x or 20x in the near future. Just these are moments that a lot of people don't want to buy in. And in my experience, what I have in the crypto market, because I'm here already a couple cycles since 2012, 2013, I'm quite heavy in the crypto. So I just saying, guys, DCA for myself. I started DCAing from this point. I think it's a great moment to DCA. Just I always keep in my mind that we can go lower. And I told you guys the points that to really, really be checking, because these are the points what you need to break. At least, for example, this week above the 90K to confirm some kind of bullishness. If that not happen, guys, it doesn't look that good. It just we have lower lows and lower highs, and unfortunately, I cannot make it better at this moment. I make a daily update almost, guys, for you. If something crazy happens, and let's hope that something nice happens and everything turns around. Just at this moment, it's looking more bearish than bullish. And let's hope it changes in the future, guys. I wish you all a fantastic day wherever you are. Be careful and protect your bags, guys. And we are tomorrow back with a new episode with some new subjects. And let's hope for some more green candles, guys. I'm gonna drink my coffee and see you all, guys, to the next episode. Bye bye, guys. Ciao.